All right, now I recorded this video already, and for some reason I lost the audio. Not sure what happened, it just disappeared. It was like 20 minutes long, so maybe that was a good thing. But I said a lot of deep stuff in that video, and I hate that I gotta redo this whole entire episode all over again. Oh man, if y'all knew how many videos I went through that kind of situation. Man, I hate when that happens. Woo! You don't know the level of irritation that causes a brother. So I'm gonna do this one time only. And then I gotta wash up and I gotta get out of here. I wanna go get something to eat, get some breakfast. I feel some kind of way. One of my favorite co-workers, just like that, decided this is the best time for them to quit. Now I don't want to go into detail. I want to give this person that respect. Crazy part is we got the same last name. And we would always call each other cuz, you know, what up, cuz? You know what I mean? What's up, cuzzo? Or what's up, cousin? And I just got cool with this person. And I don't know, man. I tried to, you know, contact this individual, and they don't want to be bothered by nobody. I asked around, and other people are saying they try to contact the person. Some people was able to get through. And overall, knowing what I know now, and I'm not going to put this person's business out there like that because I respect them, I get why the move had to be made. I once had a similar situation, whether I was going to stay at my job or I was going to leave. So I understand. See, when it comes to these jobs, a lot of them just don't understand. I get it from their point of view. They deal with numbers and what works for them, but they really don't understand what we go through. Like, I know most of them don't care. Most of these companies in the world that hire you, they really don't care about you. They'll get rid of you and you will be replaced. Just like that. And they on to the next. And it's unfortunate, but they'll say it's business, it's never personal. Well, I've learned that if a person reports you, and this has nothing to do with the situation, but I just want to add this into this. If a person reports you or repeatedly reports you, in most cases, it was personal. Definitely. Because you notice they see all the foul stuff the other people do, whether they agree with it or not, or if they rock with them, they don't report them. But nah, they want to keep their foot on your neck because they're trying to get you to lose your job. So enough write-ups to where it leads to where you're fired. You got the pink slip. That is wickedness, man. I never moved in that regard, but a lot of people do. Like, they constantly going after a person. That's harassment. That's a toxic working environment. And you shouldn't just let nobody push you out of a job. You better fight back. And how do you fight back? I'm not saying you got to physically fight, but I'm talking about the way you got to move. Legally and professionally. Don't let nobody just push you up out of there because you feel like they got all this pull and all that. You know what? That ain't what this video is about. We'll save that for another video. So, Anton Daniels went on hardly initiated to debate Yada Awakening. Or is it Yoda? My bad. He like on some Hotep, you know, type stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm bliggity, bliggity, black, y'all. He one of them types. You know, the Umars of the world.
You ought to respect the Black Queen, my brother, and give her your paycheck when you get paid, my black brother.
What was that other dude's name? They got caught up in that situation. He was very into that Egyptology. I forgot his name.
Brother Polite.
But his woman accused him of some foul play with the daughter. But anyway, he's probably like bunched in with those type of people, huh? He always tries to play on the Most High, and then he did his prayer. I'm like, man, get up out of here. The Most High is not with that, brother. Now, I want to say this. He did make some good points, but Anton Daniels dog walked, fam. He dog walked that dude, bro. Dog walked him. You gotta understand, if you not gonna come intellectually prepared for Anton Daniels, oh, he gonna run laps around you, and he gonna push you into the corner to where you got to really fight back. You really got to push your way out of that and meet him from an intellectual standpoint. You could tell Anton Daniels was prepared for this. Oh, yeah. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Game time. He wasn't there to play. He wasn't there to promote nothing. He was there to stay focused on his opponent. His opponent was the dude Yoda.
Yada, fam. Yada, not Yoda.
You notice he was direct. You know, Yoda looking all
Yada, bro.
over here. He looking all over there. Anton Daniels kept his eyes on him, locked in. It's like he was talking to this man's soul. Because there was times when this man was kicking and screaming, and he was like he was triggered. Yoda, that is. Right? I'm not saying it was personal, but Anton Daniels did not come to play at all. He went in. He went in. And Yoda just wasn't prepared. He contradicted himself. He was all over the place. He kept going from one topic to the next, He kept moving the goalposts, as Anton Daniels had called him out on that. But I just love how Anton Daniels was direct. He kept his focus on this dude. He stayed riding him like, you ain't gonna run from this. You gonna get this whooping. Right? You wanted this, you got it. I'm here now. You woke up the sleeping giant. Let's get it. Right? No. We can piece it up. We can dap it up when this is over. But right now, you're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work right now. Oh yeah. I don't care how long it takes. Because remember, he was like, oh yeah, we're going to need more than 2 hours. I said, we having some debate. Let's go, man. I didn't even know this was taking place. I caught it, at the right time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm tuned in. I watched it all the way through up until like maybe towards the ending, like this part of the ending where I was like, okay, I'm out. Because at that point, I saw all I needed to see. I was like, yep, Anton Daniels won this. And I like that he was leading with the Most High. He was leading with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He was walking in the light. Now, I don't know how righteous this brother is. I just came across him, I believe, this year. I might have heard of him before, but I wasn't really in tune until this year. Right? As far as I'm concerned. He seems to be like a millionaire or something, and he does a lot of content on politics and black women. The politics isn't what got me to tune into Anton Daniels. It was his stance on where black women are in the world today. He makes a lot of good videos. Now, some videos I don't agree with, but, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, this was a quite interesting debate. And I like how also when Anton Daniels was going in on this dude, Yoda, he would also look at the camera as if he was talking to us. We, the audience, the viewers, we the people. I like how he did that. And then he would put his focus right back on his opponent. Right? Do I think a man should pay 100% of the bills when dealing with a woman? Nah. Shout out to what's that brother's name? There's so many people. Hold on. I was just watching his video. I'm gonna put his picture right here. This brother right here. Now, he makes some good content too. Make sure y'all check him out. This is for the men. You know what I mean? If the women want to check it out, cool. But this right here is mostly for the brothers. Check this brother out. Now, he made a good point. He said in his video, nah, a man shouldn't pay 100% because this is what women wanted. They got tired of being in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. They got tired of being stay-at-home moms. They wanted their rights, and they wanted, let me not word it like that. They wanted, okay, let me put it like this. They wanted the right to be their own individual, to go out and make their own money. More women work now today than they did 40 to 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be able to have their independency. You know what I'm saying? So they got it now. They got their houses, they're going to school, they got their jobs, they got their bank accounts, they got their cars. Why should we have to pay 100% when they got their own, we got our own? It is what it is. And I totally agree with how he was wording that. Totally agree. I totally agree with what he was saying. I said, wow, boom, spot on, man. You got it. You got it, fam. That's exactly right. You're right. To me, if I had a woman, right, if let's say I had a woman who's a boss babe chick, and she really likes me, right, and she either makes more money than me, even though I feel like you should never date a woman who makes more money than you because y'all are unequally yoked. But some women can look past that and they don't let the ego and pride and their positions and their money go to their head, right? Because they really like you. You'll be able to, some of them can slip through the cracks, not all of them though. And let's say, she's really head over heels for me. She really wants to be with me, even though she makes 10 times way more money than me, right? She don't care about my money. She just wants to be with me, right? She want to run to the rhythm of my beat. You know what I'm saying? And she's willing to do anything to please me. She will be submissive. She will be feminine. And she'll even let me have another woman as a concubine if I was into that, polygyny stuff. I'm not into that. But I'm just saying, me personally, I want a woman that will do any and everything for me. She'll go all the way out. That's when I know that woman really, she's feeling me, she really digging me, and she really loved me. Half the time, I could be putting her to the test. Would you do this? Would you do that? Would you do this? Just to see if she would do it, or even if we was to go through with it. I've had some women like that. But they couldn't pass other tests, so it is what it is. But anyway, then I'll know she's for real about me. Right? And let's say we're dating now. Well, for one, I'm not giving up my place. And I don't want her to give up her place right away. Ultimately, eventually, if we're really serious about this, we will have to get a place together. Or she'll have to move in with me. Now, I'm a type person, if it goes sour, if it goes left, I'm not going to just kick her out. See, that's what women are afraid of. That's why they don't want to give you the power of the headship, leadership. They're afraid that if they give you their all and you have everything, here's the key. Listen, women understand the power behind being feminine and submissive. Oh, they know. There's extreme power with that. That's why they're afraid to give it to you, right? They don't want to be giving you all that just for one day you kick them to the curb or you cheat on them and now they ain't got nowhere to go. Now they homeless. Now they got to go back to their parents' house.
You have to understand that there's a great difference between males and females. You are not equal, and sex is not the same for you. Men mark their territory. The higher your body count is, the less likely he can bond you and bind you to him as his property, right? Men are takers by nature. They take energy. That's what they do. So the more men that you're with, the more value you lose because you got so many men taken from you, right? After they done took so much from you, what do you have to offer after that? Nothing. Women give life, men take life. So, as a woman, why would you want a high body count? Why would you want so many men taken from you so that you can be depressed? You can have anxiety. You can have all of these demons inside of you.
If they parents are still alive, you know what I'm saying? Or they aunties or grandma or their girlfriends. And they don't want to give a man that type of power. They're afraid of that. So that's why they figure they rather just have their own. And plus, you got to understand, a lot of these women grew up with their father. If they're an 80s baby and 90s babies, and you know what I mean, mostly 80s babies, they grew up in a generation where their parents told them, and 70s babies too, their mothers told them, not mothers, my bad, well, mothers too, they told them to go after the bag, as you know, like Shira 7. A lot of them had Shira 7s as mothers and grandmothers to a degree, but most of them had fathers that told them and trained them that they don't want their daughters to depend on a man. Go to school, get your education. This is why a lot of them are like this. Kevin Samuels has nothing to do with this. I know you brothers are running with that narrative, and I understand what you're getting at with the high value man. They was chasing high value man way before Kevin Samuels. It just wasn't titled high value man. You understand? Woo, man, I can go so deep with this topic, bro. I'm gonna save it for other videos. But that's why a lot of 70s babies and 80s babies, women of those generations, that's why they behave the way they are. And a lot of them are masculine because they grew up in environments, societies, you know, in the inner cities of things, way of life, way of living, where a woman couldn't be feminine or submissive because they was afraid. And it's true, a lot of them would have got done dirty. Their masculinity was a protection. That's why a lot of them are like alpha females, because they grew up in a society where they had to fend for themselves. Some of them didn't have brothers, and some of them did have brothers that couldn't stay out of jail, or some of them had brothers that wasn't fighting for them. So they had to fend for themselves. And their masculinity, now I'm not talking about the women that's overly masculine, challenging a man all in his face. I ain't talking about them women. I'm talking about the women that respect that you a man, she a woman, but she not gonna let you just talk to her or come at her any kind of way. That's all she has left, right? I know I'm losing some of y'all, but just walk with me, man. I know it's gonna take a couple of videos and you will finally get it. But I totally understand now. I didn't understand all these years, but I get it now why a lot of women are masculine. My only problem is, why do you gotta get so masculine to the point to where now you're the man? You're crying, where are the good men at? Or where are the men at that are masculine? Look in the mirror. You're chasing what you became.
Wow.
You wanted to be like a man. See, it's layers to this. Not all women that are masculine want to be a man. It's a protection. But there are some that they act like they're more man than the man, and sometimes they are, because a lot of men are being feminized. See, there's a war on both fronts, you know, on both sides of the genders, men and women. It's a war that's beyond them. The elite, the people you don't get to see. Do your research, man. We tired of y'all talking about, well, where's the proof? How is this an agenda? Man, it's too late in the game for you to need proof that there's a creator. For you to need to be that you need proof that there is a secret society. There's a group of people that want to make this a one world government. If you haven't graduated to this level, yeah, you're too far gone, bro. You got a lot of catching up to do. But some of y'all that's just not familiar, I will slow walk you to this. But I'm not going to keep repeating it over and over. There's other content creators that's talking the same thing. Most of us are all talking the same lingo, but in different ideologies and belief systems of it. But ultimately, we're all somewhat, a lot of us are on the same plane, just different levels and layers. You understand? Like, I'll put out some content and another person, he's on another level. He thinking I'm wilding out, I'm tripping, but he hasn't graduated to my understanding. He hasn't graduated to the understanding of where I'm at. I'm on a different level than him. And in other areas, he's on a higher level than me. Like, you gotta understand, that's just how it is. We all ain't gonna agree, but ultimately, those of us in this truth is trying to stay in the light and get back to the Most High and get back into the heavens. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're trying to go. We want to be with the Creator. We don't want to be in the underworld. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be with Satan and all them demonic forces. We want to be with the Creator, our Elohim.